Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Follow Up Friday. It's been such a long time since I've been here. I've missed all of you. I've missed doing these tips. And with a new year here now, I wanted to really help you get started with your business this year on the right track. And obviously, follow up and signing up clients, enrolling new clients is the way you're going to grow your business, right? So my question to you is, how long do you follow up with a potential client? When do you give up? Today I'm going to be sharing three things that you can do to stay on track with your potential clients. Okay? So please feel free to share this video with your community, any of your clients or colleagues who you feel could benefit from this information. Please comment down below wherever you're seeing this on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. It goes all over social media. And if you're listening to the replay, I really want to know what you're gaining from it, what value add there is, and what topics you'd like me to discuss going forward with my follow-up tips. Okay. So the problem I'm seeing is that entrepreneurs give up too soon. They make all these stories up. Oh, they would have called me back if they were interested, or they don't have the money to invest with me, or yada, 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 right? Like we make up all of these stories, right? So the first step is, so let's say you've done a discovery session with someone and they weren't ready to make a decision. What I hear from so many people is that person just slips through the cracks. They forget about them. So as soon as you do a discovery session, if they're not ready to make a decision, and if they're not ready to commit to getting back on a call with you for whatever reason, put it in your calendar to follow up with them in a week or so. You've got to put it in your calendar. And then when you call them, or if you text them, or email them, or reach out on social media, however you reach out to them, what I want you to do is immediately when you're done with that reach out, put a reminder in your calendar for the next follow up step. Because if you don't do that, you're going to forget and they'll slip through the cracks. I just know it. It happens all the time to people. So put it in your calendar. I recommend you call people. I'm an old fashioned girl, and I believe you just pick up the phone and call people, let them hear your emotion, your concern, your care for them, your authenticity, your integrity. A text and email just doesn't do that. And most people take the easy way out and they just send a text or email. Pick up the phone and call them. Okay, so that's step one. And then put in your calendar when you're going to call again. I recommend that at the beginning, if you've just met someone or if you've just done a discovery session with them, so it's somebody you've had recent contact with, I recommend that you call them 2 or 3 days later and then start spreading it out to like 5 days, and then 7 days, and then 14 days, maybe 21 days, a month, and then just, follow up with them monthly and then quarterly after that. So that's step number one. Step number two, when you leave the message, don't just say, oh, this is Debbie following up with you. Like that is boring and it doesn't add any value. So, what I recommend you do is remind them of the conversation you had with them. Remind them of the problem that they're dealing with or they were dealing with when you spoke with them, and the pain it was causing them, the impact it was having on their lives, on their life, and then what solution that you offered. Because they need to know that you are the solution to their problem. If you're not, be in integrity and tell them you can't help them and find someone that can help them. The worst thing in the world you can do is take on a client that isn't the right fit or you really can't help. And then it's going to be a nightmare and it's out of integrity. So many people have said to me, I've spent so much money on all these programs with all these different coaches, and it wasn't the right fit, or it wasn't the right time, or it was way over my head. And they're really bitter and angry and disappointed. So we don't want to do that. Like, be in integrity in your business. So leave them a specific message. When we spoke last month, you said that you were dealing with XYZ and this is how it was impacting your life. Be very specific. Use the words that they used. So look at your notes. Hopefully, when you last spoke with them or during the discovery session, you took notes. If you haven't been taking notes, I highly recommend you do that so that you can refer to them and relay back their words to them. That way they'll know you were really listening, you were really present, you really heard them. The biggest gift you can give people is your listening, to be really present and listening to what they said and to be empathetic. All right, so that's the second step. Leave specific messages, refer to your notes before you call them. Okay. And here's the last one, and this goes for anything in your life, not just business. Don't give up until you get a yes or a no. Don't stop following up until they say yes or no. I was talking to a friend recently and she's doing online dating, and this guy asked her to call, her him or text him a month or so ago, and she didn't do it. And now she's thinking, oh, if he was interested, he would reach back out to me. And no, we need to continually follow up with people. I follow up with my friends all the time. I'm usually the one reaching out to them. I don't make up these stories. Oh, they don't want to be my friend, or they don't care about me. They're busy. People are busy. So I call them and they're always happy to hear from me. And then we get together, we make a plan. So these things I'm sharing with you today can be used not just in your business life, but in your personal life. Okay, so don't stop following up until you get a yes or a no. Now, use your intuition. If this was someone who you thought was a really good fit, who really needed what you have to offer, and they weren't ready or they were scared, then keep following up with them. You will do them a disservice if you give up. If it was somebody you're not really interested in working with, then after, several follow-ups, then just let it go. But tap into your intuition, tap into your heart. You'll know if it's time to stop following up or not. But leave them a message. If you've left several messages and you haven't heard back, leave them a specific message saying something like, I've reached out to you several times. When we last spoke, you mentioned you were struggling with XYZ. If you're still struggling, if you've resolved that issue and that's no longer a problem for you, awesome. I'm so happy for you. Just let me know. Just have the courtesy just to give me a heads up. I'd so appreciate it. That way I won't waste my time or your time. It's called the guilt message. And if they really are still interested, they will call you back and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I should have called you back. All right, so hopefully this will help. It's the beginning of the year. You need to develop really good follow-up skills so that you can continue to enroll more clients and bring in more income and grow your business. So I hope this was helpful. Please comment. I'd love to know what your takeaways were from this. And as you start implementing the things I talked about today, what kind of results that you're seeing. All right, well, happy New Year. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. And I'll see you next week on Follow Up Friday. Bye for now.